I am the Unknown Prophet. Hello, everybody. My name is Joshua Bleezy. I am the Unknown Prophet. As you can see behind me, I do daily tarot readings between 9 a.m. and 12 p.m. Central Standard Time every day except the weekends. Hi, everybody. So I would like to welcome you on in to the Unknown Prophet Daily. Okay, now, give me a second. My light, it doesn't want to work. Sometimes I love this thing, sometimes I hate this thing. Okay, I think that's as dark as I can get it. Anyway, I tried to turn down the lights a little bit, guys. Welcome on in, hi. So it's a normal day here at the Unknown Prophet Daily Tarot Readings, right? If we don't have to adjust the camera 3 times and we don't have to worry about, all of this stuff that we normally would have to worry about, great God, I can't believe it. All right. Anyway, I am Joshua Bleezy. I do use my homemade deck, the 5 Paths Tarot, to design the vegetable things. It's the best thing to do. This is a stupid question. Question do. This is a stupid question do? What the heck are you talking about, sweetie? I don't know what you're talking about there, but hey, welcome on in, sweetie. I use my homemade deck, the 5 Paths Tarot, to divine the best possible path for you. I try to help you find the day that you can say, today is my best day ever. So if you guys want to enter my queue, I am a blunt, in-your-face kind of tarot reader. I do not sugarcoat a damn goddamn thing for anybody. I try to tell you exactly what you need to know, not necessarily what you want to know. So here is what I have to tell you today. Today we need to prepare for happy. Sometimes we have to get out there and just get ready and get that energy going for that positive thing to start going on in our lives. We need a little bit of help here. We want a little bit of help there. But you know what we have to do? We have to find that happiness within ourselves first and foremost. And as we are going to give our sweeties reading here in just a moment here, because they did come on in and they said they wanted a reading today. And I got to adjust my camera so that you can actually see the cards. And it's like, okay, how do I set this stupid thing up where it will do something, it will actually do what I want it to do, not what I don't want it to do, kind of like I gotta tell you guys. All right, like I said, it's not a normal stream unless I adjust my camera 3 or 4 times, right? So, my guides think it's a good idea for me to cut my hair as a way of showing afresh. Well, that is a personal choice. Remember, they're giving you the option to have something. You don't have to get rid of all the hair, baby. Just getting a nice, cleaned up haircut to make you look more presentable and more joining in the world is what they're all they're really asking for. Just to go get yourself, looking good, feeling good, smelling good, all of that stuff in between there, sweetie. But we're gonna help you with whatever you need today. So I don't know if that's part of your question or not, but you want a general reading, or do you want me just to let you know what your guides want you to know today? I kind of want a little bit of a thing there to help me. And as you can see today, we are playing with crayons. I don't know how long that'll work, but we're doing a cleansing shuffle for you, sweetie. And I'm going to start getting these cards ready for you. And then we're going to start your 5 official shuffles, which start now. So just let me know, what is your general question? Is general, or do you want to know if it's a good idea to cut your hair? Well, I don't think guys should get involved with your personal styling choices, but that's my personal opinion. They don't tell me how to dress. I dress how I want to dress. Oh, okay. Well, let's find that out, because you know what? Maybe you need that a little bit of help. So here's your 5 official shuffles, sweetie. 1, 2, 3, 4. You know me, once I start shuffling these cards, 5. I'm going to get that download for you anyway. So, all right, 20 cards. No God cards for you today. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18, 19, and the 20th card on top is, right? Let's see what they have to say. Okay, there's part of it right there. Uh-huh. All right, my brother. Sweetie, So here's what I have to tell you today. When you're ready there, just say ready. And if you lose connection or something, don't be afraid to know that you just say clip it, and I'll clip this little portion here, and then you'll kind of know where it began, kind of a deal. But let's get going on your reading. Once I see you say you're ready, I know your phone's acting up, so I want to make sure. Oh, okay. I know. It's okay. That's what we're here to do. It's not a stupid question. There aren't any stupid questions, okay? So, from what I'm getting from this, okay, it's tying you back to a time of when you felt like you had the power within yourself. You had a little bit, I think, shorter hair at one point, not so long, but a little bit more shoulder length or something like that, kind of a deal. It may have been down to like the back, your middle of your back or something like that. I'm not sure how long your hair has gotten, but sometimes it's more about the how we are being want to be perceived. So I want you to ask yourself a question. They are saying that, hey, it's not a bad idea to cut your hair and feel refreshed. Just know that you're doing it for that reason, that you're putting that will and intent. You're telling us that you're doing this to make yourself improve, to make yourself feel fresh. Of course we want you to do that. Of course we want you to do something that feels right. We want you to start to trust those instincts. So that's what they're trying to get you to see, the bigger picture here. They're trying to give you ideas on how to improve so that you can be more, get what you want, right? So sometimes we have to give up a little to get a little. So maybe it is important for you to understand how you cut your hair, why you cut your hair, and all of that stuff. They're just trying to get you to see that you need to start to trust those intuitions. They're starting with the small stuff like appearance and looks and stuff like that. So you just got to kind of look for those signs and say, now we're presenting you a choice. They're not telling you what to do. They're giving you that choice. Hey, cut your hair to feel more refreshed, or maybe whatever else. You don't need to cut your hair because you're perfectly fine as you are. Look at those two choices that they're presenting to you at this point, right? Because what they're trying to do is they're trying to get you move out of that same old bad pattern. And if it takes a new look and a new feeling and a new everything about yourself in order to get that feeling back in your life, then fuck yes, please go do it. But do it because you put that will and intent into it to say, I saw that it was about my future. I saw myself becoming this person, and I saw myself saying to myself, hey, you know what? I need to start to think like this. I need to start to walk the walk, talk, and do the do, I say sometimes. But you're also trying to not navigate around your normal issues anymore. Remember when we were avoiding a lot of the issues of life, and now that we're not avoiding issues anymore, and we've kind of healed a little bit here, we still have a little healing left to go, but it's all about today was one. I'm kind of glad you got this card, because today is that day where you have to prepare to be happy. The Whale's Joy card always pops up in my deck, usually when it has something to do with a significant other in your life, or one you love, or some kind of love coming your way. It may mean that there's someone in your life right now who feels like a soulmate. They don't necessarily have to be married to you or dating with you. It can be a best friend. It can be a pet. It can be anything. Your spirit guides will send you the right people in the right places and the right things at the right times. They give you choices, and then they say, please make a choice. And then they sit here and go in the door, don't go in the door knocking on the screen a bunch of times. You know what I'm saying? I can knock on the screen forever, but I can't make you do it, right? Yeah, exactly. That's what you have to remind yourself. Exactly what you said right there. That's exactly what they want you to start to think. Right? I can feel like my hair is part of the old me. I'm cutting away the old me to re-embrace a new me. And you want to bury yourself. So why not cut a bit of your hair and put that into your grave that you will maybe create for yourself to let go of that old self. That part of that hair can be a very symbolic and very powerful tool in any kind of prayer magic or any kind of toolkit, because you're giving something of yourself away in order to replace it with something else. And that's exactly what the Whale's Joy card is about. Instead of navigating around the problem and swimming around the problem and saying, I have to avoid all of these obstacles, now I'm swimming through those obstacles and saying, hey, this is my choice, my destiny, my point. I have to come up for that fresh breath of new air in my lungs and find the joy of this world. Well, fuck yes, I should cut my hair. Fuck yes, I should do everything in my power to feel good about who I am. If that's what it takes to let go of the old me, then that's exactly what I need to do. My wife stopped navigating around most of her issues. We still have have issues to this day with our own cards. I'm still kind of working on balance sometimes, and sometimes I don't need balance. You know, but you can't consider it like that. Okay? You have to consider, I want you to read what you just wrote to me. Yes, I might look a little ugly. Why are we saying, yes, I might look a little ugly? No, I am going to look the most beautiful I've ever looked in my life because I am doing this for me. No one else but me. If it makes me feel beautiful, if it makes me feel fresh and clean, that's what we need to start to get you to think. That's the kind of stuff we want you to stop navigating around and start to swim through. We need you to swim through those issues, come up for that fresh breath of air and say, is this what brings me life? Is this what brings me joy? Is this what brings me to the part of my heart where I can sing so hard, so long, so fast that I can draw the very thing I want into my life? You know what I'm saying? And then they got to get you to that point where you stop navigating around all these choices that are being presented to you and just make a choice. They just need you to play the free will game time, because as much as we want to think we all have a plan and we all have a destiny, we do, but there are points in our lives where we just got to be the mundane people that we are. A normal human being living a normal human life. They understand that. But what they're trying to get you there, my friend, is not only do they need you to understand to start to jump for joy about what you are going to be experiencing. So if this is what brings you joy, if this is what brings you happiness, then yes, of course you should do it. Exactly. And it's that negative thinking that we're trying to get to stop you to do. Stop when you what you just did, you just corrected yourself. You just made the right choice for yourself, right? I will start thinking that way. I feel like it is my low self-esteem which makes me feel ugly. We've recognized the problem, right? So what do we need to do to fix this? Right, sweetie? Because I want to tell you, I don't know what you look like. I don't know how you present yourself. I don't know anything about you, but I can tell you right now that you are a beautiful, beautiful person. And that your beauty will stretch beyond what the outside looks like. It's what you feel like on the inside. And I want you to know that you are beautiful because you are as beautiful as a sunflower in a sunflower field soaking up the sun all day long, because now you're going to live in that happy. Now you're going to live in that joy. And you know what's going to start to call out to that soulmate you've been waiting for? Is that moment when you stop saying, I am ugly and I am so beautiful that I want to share my song with somebody else. That's the point we're trying to get you to. So that when you jump for joy, you are singing that song of happiness. That one you love or that person who is supposed to be in your life right now hears that and sees that light turn on. It's like you turning on the porch light in the middle of a dark night and you're the only house on the street. Okay, you go towards the light, right? Well, now they're starting to get closer and closer to you because now they can see you. Now they can hear you. Now they're finally hearing your song in love, right? Because I bask in the sun, because I bask in that light, because I bask in that happiness, because I did see that I had to prepare to be happy. I knew I had to stop navigating around my issues and start to get through these and repair myself. That's the fixing we are having to do for ourselves. And it's changing an attitude. That's all we are asking you to do to cross your destiny line. Is we need you to stop looking at life as something you need to navigate around and just push through and find the happiness you're looking for. If it takes you getting into more positive people who aren't going to tell you that, that's what you need to do. Well, you know what? Your baby's daddy is your baby's daddy. He's got issues too. He's human too. He's got the same problems and issues you do. And I want you to just consider that for a second. That you don't know what he's lived through in his life. So somewhere in his brain, whenever he says you might be ugly, you know what you say? Well, I don't care what you think anymore. You didn't love me in the first place. Why do you still care now? I love me. This is how I feel beautiful. And if you don't like it, I don't care. You know? I don't dress like, I'm not crazy with my outward look. I'm not crazy about showing you guys off. Yeah, I have the 1 star here. I have with the American flag, and I wear my jewelry and all of that stuff. But that's because I'm presenting myself in a way that I want you to understand this is who I am. This is the real me. This is the real who I am. You see how beautiful of a person I am? Well, you have to start to look at yourself like that. Hey, sweetie, in the mirror, I'm looking at you right now. Says sweetie, I love you. And I will continue to love you every single day for the rest of my life, every single way I can. The good, the bad, the uglies, everything in between. But if I don't get around those positive people, hearing those positive messages, you're never going to believe it. So, seeing is believing, feeling is believing, and believing is believing. Okay? But it's all up to you, sweetie. The reason you're going through this right now is because you need to get into that car. You have been walking the long, hard walk of trying to run the marathon and trying to catch up to everybody else's expectations and trying to catch up to everybody else's pressure and life and dreams for you instead of you going after the dreams you want to go for, right? Everybody's been taking you along for their rides. Well, now it's time to get back into your goddamn car and start to drive to where you want to be. That means you have to take your hands on the wheel and actually take control. That means you have to decide how fast you go, how slow you go. What are you taking with you? Are you still going to take this old junk you don't need with you? Or are you going to find the nearest dumpster and you're going to pile it in to the damn dumpster where you'll never see it again? Because we've been walking way too long. Our feet are sore. We've been walking the long 5,000 K, whatever marathon, extraordinary numbers, right? And now we have done the hard work. We're done with the hard work. Now it's time to get into that vehicle that we have created for ourselves. The new me is that vehicle, right? And that vehicle that you are in right now. Now I'm on the road and I want to navigate around all of the cars. Well, yeah, there may be traffic, but sometimes you don't have any traffic on the road. So you just drive straight through, right? So, yet again, we're showing you that, yes, you may have to navigate from time to time, but what you're going to be doing is going down that straight road, going towards that goal to where you meet your destiny. Your dreams are at the end of this path. You decide where this ends. I don't decide, they don't decide, you decide where that ends. And it's time for you to take that junk out of that trunk that you've been storing up in you all of this time. And when you bury it, you better burn and bury it and whatever else you need to do to get rid of that old self, because that is the last time you will ever be that person. And you will have to mourn that loss. I'm going to warn you now. You're going to go through some mourning period of self-doubt and self-discovery for a while. But when you are done and when you finally reach that acceptance part, after you're done letting this old thing go, you will see a power and a feeling rise within you that you've never felt before. And you will finally see that light in yourself. And trust me, that first spark, that first time you feel it, it's like a fucking goddamn energy drink fucking rush of a goddamn energy download that you will never ever believe you ever felt this way ever in your life. You could never feel this happy ever again. And I'm here to tell you, you better hang on to that feeling, because the more and more you believe in that feeling, the more and more that feeling will find you. And that's all about you paying attention to the signs on the road and paying attention to how fast and slow you need to go. Is this my exit? Is this where I get off? Where I start going down my path? Remember, we're going on the road trip we have decided to go to. We know where we're going. We know what we're taking with us. Hey, you know what? If you want a buddy by your side, if you want friends by your side, you got seats, right? You can bring them with you, but that doesn't mean they have to take control of the car. It's your car. You don't have to let anyone else drive it. So to stop letting other people drive your car. And maybe get in your own goddamn driver's seat and kick those freeloaders and people who have told you all this negative stuff for a while. Maybe you don't need them in your life anymore. Maybe your energy is raised up to another level where they can't stand your brightness anymore. And maybe it's time for you to shine and soak up the sun and start to get around more positive people and start to follow that sun around all day long so that you will find that joy in your life you've been looking for, so you will really see just how lucky you are. And I do mean how lucky you truly are, sweetie. And I don't know what you look like, but I think you're a very beautiful woman. I think you would I think you're on your way to find, if I've got that wrong, please correct me now. I'm pretty sure I got that right, but I'm just making damn sure I'm not saying, or beautiful person, whatever way it is, right? Right. I do best not to give up this time. No, you're not going to do your best. You are going to do it this time. That's what we need to start to think of. I haven't been putting myself first. Put yourself first. Nope, I will do whatever I do to live my past behind. Great. Those are the positive messages we need to say. Time for new positive things. That's the message you need to start to say. I will do my best not to give up this time. I will do my best this time. No give up. Do you understand? Watch your words. Watch what you're saying. Think about that for just a moment. Read back everything that you said to me right now, just in that context of just that little time we had together. Okay, I'm going to go back just to kind of prove a point, okay? Okay, we started with, and my craziest acting voice now in effect for you, sweetie. Yes, this is my question about my hair. I want to know if I can cut it. Well, we've answered that. Yes, of course you can. It's up to you. It's your free will. What do you want to do with your life? I want to know if it's good time to feel. I want to know if it's a good. I feel like it's a stupid question, but I want to know if they approve. Why wouldn't they approve of your personal styling choices that make you feel good inside? And you say, yes, very true. And I'm saying to you a bunch of other things at this point, and then you say, the next thing you say, I can feel it. I feel like my hair is part of my old me. I want to bury the old. Positive message, number one. Then the next sentence. Thank you very much. I will start thinking that way. It's my low self-esteem. You've identified the problem. Now, how do we heal it? Thank you. I really need to hear this because my baby's daddy made me feel worthless. So what? His opinion no longer matters. If he can't love you for who you are, kick him to the fucking curb. Thank you very much. This will make me more confident and caring about my own issues. Damn straight. Those are the things we want you to say. Thank you very much. I will start accepting and loving myself. Damn straight. That's what we need to start to say. See, you're already starting to do it. Very true. Very true. I haven't been putting myself first. It's identifying the problem. What are we going to do about it? Nope. I will do whatever it takes to leave my past behind. Do you see? Do you see what I'm saying? Yeah, I know you understand. I'm just saying I was kind of making a point. You know? And that's what the guides are trying to do to you as well. They're trying to make the point that the happiness that you seek, the validation you seek, all of that stuff, it had to start with you first. And trust me, I've gone through what you're going through now, and it's not going to be easy, but it will be transformative to you because it's only as transformative as you allow it to be. Now, when I became the unknown prophet, I had to empty everything about my old persona. Everything. My dualistic personality, my anger issues, my anxieties, my depressions that went along with that. I had so many people telling me that they wanted the old Josh back. That was this guy right here, the depressed, angry, mad, sad person who hated his life, who wanted to kill himself, who ran away from home, who didn't believe in any of this crazy stuff, who never stopped saying to himself, I hate you. That's what this guy is, right? And we don't want to carry around. Yeah, okay, I know. I'm not trying to, but I'm trying to make a point for me as well. You know, I'm trying to say this out to everybody. But I let go of everything, and then I rebuilt myself the way I wanted to build myself. The reason I call myself the unknown prophet is because I am the unknown possibilities. Everything that happens or ever will. I'm trying to travel through all of time and space to help you find the best day ever. I strive to put right what once went wrong, in hopes that one day I can lead everybody to their best day ever, including me. I'm along with this journey with you because I bring you joy, you bring me joy. We all help each other in together, right? And sweetie, I just want you to recognize that this is your time. This is your time. It's your time to make these choices. If it's going to feel right to you, if it's going to make you feel better, if it's going to allow you to start loving yourself more, then I want you to plug your ears to anybody who says anything negative to you and you no longer hear those words. Those words go back to them. They can have those words. That's what they think about themselves. Every time someone says that you're ugly because of what you did to yourself, they don't like how they look, okay? But you have to start to understand when you are getting to that point, and you will get to that point. And when you do, you'll know it when it happens. And I can't tell you when that will be. Indigo, how are you doing? Exactly. They don't want you to be different. They want you to be the same old person they're used to. You know what I'm saying? Right, exactly. So why are you listening to those fools? Is all I gotta say to you. Hey, Indigo. I think you, like you said, you got the answer. You understand what I'm saying here. Now it's your turn to take what I've told you and use it to your advantage. Whatever way you want to use it, that's what it's for. I hereby proclaim Sweetie Smith is now a new person. As of this day, I fully give you permission to do whatever you want with your life, your body, your mind, your soul. I hereby claim it. There. Happy now? You're amazing. Good. Let me fix my cord here. I had to get that stupid cord out of the way. It was starting to drive me nuts. So you are ready for your reading, but I just wanted to do that one last thing for Sweetie. I'm going to do a cleansing shuffle for you, Indigo. So give me a second to just cleanse these cards off real quick. And you want to know what the spirits have to tell you. You're amazing. How are you? I am doing really, really good today. No? I'm having a pretty positive day. This morning, I went out and I was on my way to the store this morning really early because the store used to open up about 5:30 in the morning. So I start leaving a little bit before 5:30. I get up there and the store isn't open until 6. And I didn't know they changed their hours, okay? So I'm sitting there in the cold waiting to get some cigarette stuff because I did get cigarette stuff today and I got 2 cans of cat food. You know what? People can be incredibly kind sometimes. And the people who own that store they didn't give me, they gave me a loan. They gave me a loan to get a can of 2 cat food and be able to buy a bag of tobacco for me and my wife. Right? So I had to go to that store and get all of that stuff this morning. And just as I am starting to get home, about an hour or two later after the fact, it is now snowing like a madman out there. So they sent me at the right time, the right place, the right everything. I got the help I needed. I got a safe travel there and back. And then the thing falls on the ground. That was my cane, in case anyone cares. But oh, you want a good spiritual butt kicking? Okay, so you know what? So just to tell you, sometimes you listen to those intuitions, they can help you out sometimes. So that's kind of going into this a little bit there because they wanted me to say that before I went into this because you said you want to be a little bit ass kicking today. Okay, you're ready for this one, right? You want one whole shuffle, right? Hoofty. Ready? I knew they were coming. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, too many. I have to redo the shuffle. Oof, you get a second shuffle because that one didn't count. 1. Oh, you're not going to get a God card, sorry. All right, so I guess they're going to go through me. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12. And I hope you understand that I had to reshuffle that deck after it fell out like that. Because there's more than 6 cards, you know. They were basically showing you they're here and they're going to kick your ass. I think that was what that was all about. Oof. Well, we're ready for some ass kicking. We're going to get an ass kicking. Because they did in fact leave you 2 God cards that I didn't see they did for you. They left me 2 cards on my desk that I didn't shuffle. Guess what you get? Those 2 cards are your God cards because they popped out of the deck without me realizing it while I was shuffling. So the 2 cards that fell on the deck, those are God cards. So you got a message from the dark, the very deep well. Okay? You got a message from the deepest well. Okay? I want you to understand. Don't ask for stuff you aren't ready for, by the way. Okay? But here we go. Butt kick enabled. Yeah, they're sneaky. Well, like I said, I was starting to put the cards back, and I'm looking down here, and there are 2 cards on my where I put my cards at when I put these cards down, you know. And there were 2 cards sitting right there, going, these belong to him too. So you know what? I follow my intuitions. I do what they tell me to. Good morning. Welcome on in, ASAP. ASAP. All right, welcome on in, Kingmaker. Welcome, welcome, welcome. Welcome all my first-time chatters. Welcome, Sen. Welcome to the chat. Welcome, everybody. Hello, everybody. I am the Unknown Prophet. I'm in the middle of a tarot reading for Indigo right now, so I will be right with you. But if you want to enter the queue, hop back in the queue and press exclamation point join, and we will get to you as soon as possible. And like I said, I'm doing this reading for Mr. Indigo, who said he wants his spiritual butt kicked. Well, that's my specialty, guys. That's what I do best. Get my boxing gloves out, and I'm going to get ready. Because it's time to make it rain. And I do mean make it rain. So, you think you got everything handled, huh? You sure? Because the dam is about to break because you aren't paying attention to the one thing you've been holding back on. And you know what I'm talking about. You know that you've been holding this back for a long ass time. You're so afraid of your own power, you've diminished your power. Really? You're so afraid of your strength that you've diminished your strength? Really? You're so afraid of what you can do and what you can change and do in this world? Really? Because you have to be like a rainfall. Sometimes you get a happy rain. Sometimes you get a flood rain. Sometimes you get the in-between rain. Sometimes you get snow that you weren't expecting to get. Rain can come a lot of different forms. Within ourselves is that deepest well we were talking about. Oh, you said the deepest well. Here we go, right? Well, guess what? Your deepest well is bubbling up. And if it breaks before you're ready for it, you will go through a very, very 2x4 kind of a moment. And what I mean by a 2x4 kind of moment is they're sitting there with their little stick going, let's see how you measure up. And if you measure up, the board goes through you. If you don't measure up, the board hits you. And you go back down to a place where you have to rebuild again. And then you'll have to really, really come to terms with some of the things you weren't being honest with yourself about. Because, yeah, you like to swim in the dark, deep well. Well, when was the last time you swam in the light well? When was the last time you swam in the light and the love? When was the last time you swam in the ocean of sunshine? And not the deep, dark ocean of every bad problem that's ever happened to you. Why don't you live in the positive for the moment for a change rather than the darkness? You have to change your ideas around of what you are understanding, of what you need to start to show yourself. Because right now, you're standing in front of that dark mirror looking and going, why is my life like this? And why do I keep going back into this well? I'm looking in the wrong direction, my friend. I'm looking where the darkness is right behind me. So if I'm looking at a mirror, what do I see behind me? I see whatever is behind me because it reflects, right? So that means that the darkness is behind me, the light is in front of me, and you are having a hard time moving the mirror around, okay? You either have to go smash, I don't need this mirror anymore that protects me any longer. I need to accept that I am this powerful for a reason. I am this strong for a reason. That you are not letting yourself down at all. And it's time for you to blossom and bloom in ways that we are knowing you're ready for. But we need to know you're ready for it. So how do we get you there? Well, well, we kind of think it's going to take a damn breaking moment to get through to you sometimes. And you are asking them to give you that advice of what you need to be doing with your life right now. Stop trying to control it. Start letting you live it. Let those emotions finally break free. Hey, if you have to find a quiet spot to go let them out where no one's going to judge you about those feelings and thoughts, but maybe you need to be the catalyst that changes somebody else's life too. Maybe you letting out your emotions about how you feel, about how someone made you feel, may destroy their world for a short bit, but maybe they go back inside of themselves and start to rebuild themselves too. Because you know it and I know it. Everything that anyone ever tells me that is negative about me, they feel about themselves. And then that pressure starts to build. Expectation starts to build. The pressure starts to build. The 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 stuff that you put on yourself is way more heavier than any person could ever put on you. You put way more on yourself than anybody else does. I lost my little sound thingy doing that. And I have to move my damn headphones. You know what I'm saying? So, how do we get you to this point? We need you to blow your top off. We need you to release this powerful energy that you've been holding back on. That's what we need you to start to believe. That this is the ultimate power I need to do. If that means I blow my top off and I destroy a couple of worlds out there or a couple of things out there, it's just me letting it out and letting it go. If you get in my way, if you didn't take the signs to move off the island before the volcano started to blow, if you didn't, first of all, if you didn't put your house near an active volcano in the first place, that would have been kind of fun not to do that in the first place, but we didn't do that, right? So now we live near an active volcano, but we're done with this world, and we know it's about to erupt, so we're going to let it erupt all over the old world we don't want to see anymore. That means we have to destroy a lot in order to get a lot sometimes. And sometimes that means I have to believe in my own power and believe that, hey, I might be destroying, but I'm also creating. You know, I don't know if you are a fan of The Walking Dead or not, but they had a saying out that the sword kills, it's the sword that saves life. Right? So they were basically saying, if I kill a bunch of people, I can help one group survive rather than the whole of everybody survive, right? And rather than us all be in this together, it's just me and my group and my dictator rule, right? No, 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 no. That's not going to work here. That's not what we want here. We want a world where we can all live together, where we can all, the only true freaking bad guy in the whole movie are the zombies. I mean, in the show is zombies. Everything else is just people being people and dumbasses, right? So it's time to create that path. You had to destroy one thing to make a new thing. Well, this time you had to do it this way. Maybe next time is the time that you blow everything else up that they don't want anybody else to see. These are the feelings I'm talking inside. These are the things that I know you really are ready to let go of and really ready to release. But you got to do one very special thing, Indigo, because they're trying to get you to do one thing. It's time to celebrate yourself. It's time to celebrate. Celebrate that you can dance in the rain and sing in the rain and do all the rain dancing that you want to and be perfectly happy letting out just the amount of rain that you want to let out. You can celebrate the fact that you're no longer looking into the darkness, that you're now looking into the light, that you will find a positive new way forward, and that when they come to knock you on your head, it will pass straight through because you've already learned the lesson. You've already started to walk in the light, so that board will go right through. And as it starts to go through you, boy, does it hit the bottom of your barrel and allow you to finally release all of that pressure, anxiety, depression, all the stuff that keeps you from being the person you are meant to be. Now it's time to start to believe in that power. And if that means I have to destroy worlds to do it, even if that means my own world in order for me to become the person I want to be, well, remember, I'm the one who's in control of this explosion. I'm the one who controls where that path leads. I'm the one who marks what it gets in the way and what doesn't get in the way. Lava doesn't move for anybody. It goes where it wants and does what it wants. But if I don't celebrate that fact of that power, how can I do anything else with you right now, Indigo? And that's what they're saying to you. How can we do anything else until you're ready to celebrate yourself? Until you believe what we need you to believe, we can't give you anything extra. You know what I'm saying? We needed to get you to this point. This point where you start to say, today is my best day ever. Today is the day I celebrate me. Hey, you know what? You are just one of these people around these circles. You're the one in control of the cauldron of change. You're the one who lights the fire. You're the one who adds the ingredients. Yeah. Okay. All right, let's see what the gods have to say to you. Do you want me to even ask the question I should ask, or should I just flip them? You asked for a butt kick, so I'm giving it to you. Boy, do I love my cards. Yeah, exactly. So, message from your higher power is this. You need to start to make a plan. You need to start to set yourself up for success. What steps lead to what steps? What steps makes you feel like you've accomplished that step? As we are starting to make an easier path for ourselves rather than the hard path where we try to jump into all of our goals and dreams and we just try to get what we want. Well, maybe we need to slow down just a little bit, because what we need to start to build up is this little catalyst part. And that's what we're building up with every single step. We are building up the catalyst that will ignite our future into that, ignite ourselves into that future. So making a plan, setting yourself up small, obtainable goals. You get to set how many it takes to get to the end of your journey. Only you get to decide. If it takes 3 steps, it takes 3 steps. If it takes 1 step, it takes 1 step. But you got to at least take 1 step forward on that easy path to make a plan for what you're going to do next. Start to design your own destiny. What does the roadmap look like for Indigo to reach to that highest level, that one thing that they've always wanted to obtain? What leads me to that? And that doesn't mean you reach it today, tomorrow, or the next day. That means you reach it when it is your time. And it's time for you to use this catalyst that the gods are providing you to ignite your path. Just like, when you have a normal matchstick and you start to take that matchstick out of the matchbox and you have to strike against that grain. Well, that's what it takes to get that ignited, so I can put it on a more powerful source than me. But I have to spark that flame by believing in it first. And that is what I call that ignite moment, where you say, boom, I'm using this to my advantage. Now this is my power. Now this is my strength. Now I'm not going to hide back. It's full tilt kitty time. If you get in my way, you get in my way. Ignite it and it starts to explode. So you're basically lighting the fuse to explode that volcano you wanted to explode in the first place. Take that. Well, that's what they're there to do. What have I always said? Your God cards are exactly that. They tell you straight what you are trying to answer the question of you. So you can thank your gods for that. That's not me. That's them. So here we go. You're the best, Indigo. You're the best. Shine like that indigo heart, that purple heart that you have. And remind yourself why you chose the name you chose. And remind yourself what that really means to you. And if that name has to change, change that too. But change it because it feels right for you, because it feels like a power move, because you are claiming your power. Kind of like what I was telling the last person there. Yeah, I could bring out the stick, stamp it a couple of times and say, you need to claim it, but I think you got it. So, all right, let's do a cleansing shuffle for Senny. Hi, Sen Paul. How are you doing today? How's one of my favorite people out there, Sen Pa? How are we doing? Let me know your numbers and or question, yada, 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 while I have a cigarette break. Ooh. Yeah, like I said, this morning, things worked out really, really good because I trusted my intuition. I thought, we're one day away from payday. Tomorrow's payday. Yes, all the big money is gone. Now we're back to our normal budget. But we spent it wisely. Yes, I was going to always return to a normal budget anyway because we had to catch up on a lot of stuff. So there wasn't any way I could avoid not spending all of the money. I had to catch up on a lot of bills, so that a lot of it went to catch up on things. So, and most of the other stuff went to helping friends and donating to people who I felt deserved it and people that I thought they did. So thank you for telling me I'm the best because I know I'm the best. I know it because I claimed it. I claim it every day I wake up. Today will be my best day ever. That's what I say to myself every morning I wake up. No, I might have had a kind of crappy day yesterday, but today will be the best day ever. Yesterday wasn't so bad, really. I really got a lot done yesterday. Hey, you know what I did? I plugged the hole in my fucking floor. So maybe we don't have to worry about water going all over the place because I broke a pipe that was installed incorrectly. So, there you go. Yeah, I believe in myself. Thank you, King. But I believe in my power. I believe that I was sent here to do just this. Everything that I went through up to the point I became the unknown prophet was designed to get me ready to do this. Now I've got to tell you, I went through the shitstorm. I went through shitstorm. I went through the same. I don't believe in myself. I went through the same lack of faith. I went through the same lack of love of myself. I went through all of that stuff. And I'm still working on some of that to this day. Don't think that once you've gotten to that level that you don't need to work on it every single day, because if you drop the ball even once and start to go back into those old bad patterns that you used to do, guess what happens to you? San, are you still here? They might have had some internet issues. Sometimes they have internet issues, so I'm going to give them a tiny bit more time. But here's your first official call. Senny, whenever you're ready, come on back in. Up, you see, they're not even online right now. So, Sen, we're going to give you a little bit of time to return here. This is your first official call. We have nobody else in line, so it doesn't really matter anyway. But thank you very much for the follow, by the way. I truly do appreciate that, ASAP 21. I know there's probably another way you'd like me to say that, but I think most people call you ASAP. ASAP. Thank you. And we'll give Sen a little bit of time here to get back into the chat because sometimes they have internet issues. So, thank you very much for the kind compliments. I will take any and all. Boosting of my ego every once in a while. I need it too. So, trust me. That's one of the difficult things about doing what I do sometimes. You do question if what you're hearing in your head is the truth. You do consider yourself slightly crazy because no one else can hear what you hear. No one else can see what you see. And trying to explain it to somebody is like trying to explain how to put 3 square blocks into the holes when the monkey's doing it, It's like giving them the 3 square blocks and not showing them which shape might go to what shape, and they have no idea what shapes mean. Yeah, okay, so I have those moments too. I have my moments of loss of faith. I have my moments where I doubt myself. I have my moments where I doubt if I'm doing it right. If I'm doing it right, should I change it? Should I change it up? Should I be more kind? Should I be more considerate? Should I hold back a little bit more? Or maybe I need to stop holding back at all. And I don't really hold back all that much. There are certain things that sometimes your guides will tell me that they are not ready for you to know yet, but I need to know it in order to give you the best advice I can give you. Do you understand? Hopefully you understand that. But trying to explain that to somebody who doesn't have that within them, who doesn't know what that's like, no, it's not easy to do. Oh, fucking Christ. Really? Why aren't you? All right. Well, that's as dark as the damn thing can get. So, that's what it's all about, is about those times in our lives. And Sen, this is your second call. Sen, Pa, this is your second call. And one of the things that have moved me in my life, that made me move and change and grow, was every step that I took. One was harder than the next, but sometimes I went backwards to go forwards. So sometimes I had to be dropped back to the bottom to rebuild myself again. It was the first time I ever did this was when I claimed my first power as Unison. When I was becoming Unison, that's what I called myself, about almost 20 years ago, right? Well, no, that's not true. I was Unison for about 15 years, okay? That was my magical name. I have within me, I have OCD. I have multiple personality. It's not really disorder. I don't have multiple personality disorder, but I have that kind of a brain where sometimes I break things into two separate worlds. So I had to get medication to help correct that. You know what I'm saying? And then once I got that correction, now my mind works a lot easier and better. So I understand things a little bit better, but sometimes I do get confused. I was just waiting for you to get back here, Sen. I knew you were having internet issues, so I was just waiting for you to get back here. And I was just going to finish up my story real quick, but no, it's okay. You don't have to apologize. I understand that it happens. But, it was that part of my journey that took me to that next step, and it was every step after that, even though I had to go back a little bit, but I have to start going forward as well. Let me do a cleansing shuffle for you as well, Sen, so we can get you a nice clean reading. We'll clean these cards off for you, and then we'll do the reading for you. Love, messages for me, and whatever the gods and guides wanted to tell you. Got you. Oh, you got distracted? Well, okay then. You got distracted. We have an ad. Do you have ads, Sen? Well, yeah. Well, I'm glad they did. Otherwise, you would have missed your ads. Missed it. So here are your 10 official shuffles. 1. There's a God card. 2, 3, 4, 5. Another God card. 6, 7, 8, 9, and 10. 2 God cards for you today. 1, 2. And here we go with your counting of 10. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, and the 10th card is now on top. Well, I want you all to realize I am wearing the Larimar stone today. This is the original stone that I was given by the coven that I was with. This is one of the most precious things to me in this world. It was the key to my freedom. The key to me unlocking who I needed to be as a person. Without that group, I am not who I am today either. And I love them with all of my heart for everything they've ever done for me. Just my path decided it wasn't, I didn't need didn't need them anymore. So today I'm wearing the Larimar stone, the stone of freedom for all of you. So, and that was given to me in a sacred ritual, which I can't tell you anything about because it's a sacred ritual. So, we'll move on to the next thing. So, there are some secrets I cannot reveal to you that I've taken oaths and promises to people that I would not reveal. So, and I keep my oaths, okay? I try to, at least, the best way I can. There are some oaths I had to break in order to be a healthier person, but those were bad people, so I didn't really need to feel bad about them. You know what I'm saying? So, Sen, the question is, you want love messages for you and whatever the guides want to tell you. Got you. So, listen up, Buttercup. They need you to start to look at your world and start to cherish your world exactly the way it is right now, because it was something that maybe they are trying to make you understand something here, that there is someone maybe coming back from your past that has finally learned how to do this in their life. Maybe there's some person who used to be a part of your life who didn't know how to cherish who you were as a person, who didn't know that they loved you that much and kind of questioned it over and over and over again. And you knew it kind of felt right, but they weren't sure it quite felt right, kind of a deal. And that it is time to start to cherish the thing that you have right in front of you. I don't know who this is. It's the person who has a little bit more logical, sensible kind of nature. They're more logical than mystical, but they do take into effect the mystical. They just rely more on logic than not logic. They're more logical in their mind. They like things, they're very OCD. They like things in a certain order. They like things in a certain place. They're very, they're not controlling, but they are very, this is the way I want it and this is how I want it. If you don't fit that narrative, sometimes they can boot you out. You know what I'm saying? So they had to learn how to cherish the things that were right in front of them that reminded them that he didn't need to do that or they didn't need to do that anymore. That dam finally has broken and now they're starting to see themselves in an equal partner kind of a relationship. There's no more bad part of him, no more good part of him. There's only the whole him. And that's what he might be presenting to you soon. Because they're asking you to remind you that, hey, something may come back from the past, but you may have to learn to appreciate it all over again. Maybe even fall back in love all over again. But once you get that, remind yourself what it took to get to where you were. The past path is showing up because, yeah, it is connected to your past. But it isn't connected to your future quite yet because you decide where that future takes you. It's time for you to set the new positive path going forward instead of looking back at all the problems and worries. Let's start cherishing all the things that did go right. Let's start cherishing all the love about ourselves and that love that you are waiting to feel, that love that you are waiting to experience today, is that it's all about you reflecting on what you have done to become the kind of person you are. Do you love yourself first and foremost? And saying to yourself, I cherish that. Now, I want to share my journey. Great. But I have to be okay with the way my life looks. So I am good with the way my life has been up to this point. I am ready to face forward and start to make that new step forward. Because the one thing they don't want to see happen, and this is why they want you to kind of review a little bit, don't think of it as your mistakes of what you've done wrong. Think about what victories you did right. Bring those into a relationship now. Bring what you know, what you learned this time into a relationship. Rather than going back into the same old patterns that you used to, now you've got to, you know what I'm saying? You got to figure it out a little bit. Well, the reason that your future has the pupil card is they're trying to warn you, if you don't take this to heart this time, you will continue to learn this lesson over and over and over again until they beat it into your thick skull if they have to. You know what I'm saying? So you can do it the easy way or you can do it the hard way, but all they're asking you to do is just review yourself and cherish what brought you to this point and believe that you're that damn beautiful and take that and start to move forward and use that to move forward with. And then I've learned my lesson. I don't need to learn this again. I don't need to go through this again. This time I am finding love, true love, the kind of love I deserve, the kind of love I need to have. If they don't match my requirements, they are not the person for me. If I don't feel right in the relationship and it starts to feel stagnant and old, well, if it's true love, it will work out. If it's not true love, it won't work out. It will seem like the easiest relationship you've ever been in. Once you get past this lesson, you need to get past. And you do have to learn this lesson. Because they're saying, damn it, learn it this time, please, so we don't have to make you go through it again. We want to see you grow in a new, different way. The reason why you're going through all of this right now, son, when it comes to the love thing, is because they need you to understand that you need to grow that love within yourself as well as you already do. But now you have to start to extend that love to other people. And that means accepting them for who they are. And sometimes you don't like what you see. Well, that doesn't mean you have to choose them, do you? That doesn't mean you have to be with somebody, does it? You have to find the things that you need to grow your world, just like a baby oak tree has to do. It's a sapling card for a reason. It's new growth, new beginnings, new way of thinking, a new way of doing it. This time we grow from this rather than go back into our normal shell of we don't want to face the world. You know what I'm saying? So, I think just to recap, cherish the things that are already in your life and have been up to this point. Find the happiness in those moments. Bring those moments from that past. Look at those and say, that's damn straight. I did a good job with myself. Moving forward now, I'm turning my butt around and what step I'm taking now that's different and new than I've ever taken before because I've know that if I make the wrong choice this time, I'm going to have to relearn it again until I relearn this lesson. And then I have to go through all of this all over again until I've gotten the lesson. So let's make it this time. Let's make it this last time we ever have to teach you this lesson so you finally understand why you are so beautiful and why you deserve the kind of love you deserve. And that's the whole point of all of this, really. They're trying to get you to understand you deserve better than you are thinking you deserve. You deserve your happy ending, okay? You deserve your happy ending. You can get your happy ending too. Just have to be a little bit more positively minded about it, you know? What are we doing to attract the other person we want to attract? Have we finished the fixing of our own heart so we're showing them who we are and just showing that part of ourselves? I bet you are. I bet you're starting to shine those like, yeah, I'm going to get to him. Do I even have to say it? But I do. Guess what? You need to start to leap out of that deep, dark ocean that you've been trying to navigate around all of your issues with and jump out of that damn ocean and scream and joy of what is coming. Yeah, you sense an ass kicking coming? So, Sen, your one true love is on the way. But until you swim past the problems that have stopped you up to this point, whatever they may be, because this may have nothing to do with your last question, may have everything to do with your question. You will finally get the answers you were looking for, because you have to be just like my wife was. You know what happened between me and my wife, and the thing that I didn't point out about this card here, that I normally point out to people? So I'm going to bring them back out for you for a second, just to show you something, okay? We had the sapling was this, cherish card, past, present, and pupil, right? So, the thing I normally say when people get this card, right, it's time to cherish the one that's staring you right in the front of your face and start to cherish and love that person for who they are. Well, you haven't found your person yet, so I can't say that, right? You're still trying to find that love, that seeking love that matches your energy. You've written down your what you want as far as an attribute of a person. You know what you like as far as the outside appearance. We all are going to be attracted to that outside appearance, but we have to match the outside with the inside. And if they're showing us that true face, that means we're not navigating around those issues anymore. We're navigating through them and with them. I don't know if that's what they're telling you. But they're telling you that it's time to leap for joy, that whatever you did receive, whatever you did get, it's time to leap for joy of what kind of happiness you are getting in life and stop swimming around everything. Yeah, we have to avoid the main land masses, but you are a whale. You can swim through pretty much anything in the sea except continent, okay? So, you have to remind yourself, you have a pod and a bunch of people there to help and protect you and give you the right kinds of advice. Maybe we should start to listen to the ones saying, you're beautiful, you're loving, you're good, you deserve this happiness, you deserve all of this. My wife, it took her a while to hear those words. We had to learn how to cherish one another. We had to learn how to look at each other and love each other for who we were. Let's skip that step and just find the joy in living that life. One person makes you happier than the other. Which one is it? Which one is the person that makes you, which one is the easiest? Which one doesn't seem like you have to fight as hard for it? What is the one who seems to be naturally drawn to you? Because maybe the love of your life is staring you in front of the face, but because you receive to see the beautiful part of their heart and jump for joy out of the ocean with them, you can't celebrate. And that's what they're saying. You need to find a way to celebrate the joy in your life. You need to celebrate yourself. You need to celebrate the change you are making, that you are in control of the cauldron of change, that you light the fire and you add those ingredients. These other people, one of them is you, but they're just there to help you with your journey. They're not there to do it for you. They're there to help you. So maybe you have more than one true love out there. And I want to put that out there, that you have more than one. You have a twofer out there, okay? And one person is one experience. One person is a different experience. So you're being faced with two different choices. Do I love this person this way and be okay with this person, or this person, right? I think you're kind of at that crossroads where you're trying to pick between people. Let me know if I'm off base here, but because I don't need the cards for the rest of it, because I think you know where I'm going to go and what I'm going to say next. So, sorry, son. Light a fire under your ass already and get out there and start telling people how you feel and start being the kind of person you've always wanted to be. Start shining like that brilliant, beautiful person you are. Stop hiding all of that crap you don't want to hide anymore. Just be the real, authentic you every day, all day long. That person will guide their way to you on wings of angels to get to you. My one true love came back from death for me. Okay? Now that's an extreme thing to say, but I can't do it right now because she's sleeping, but someday I can get her on here to tell you the actual story of how our love story happened. Okay? You want to hear the real love story of all love stories that probably should be turned into a movie somewhere in the future, I think, maybe? Because I think it would be a good one. Well, you want to know how long it took me to see that beauty inside of myself before I was ready for it? She was coming into the store for 3 months, flirting with me for 3 months before I even saw this woman. Okay? Men have these really weird, dumb blinders on themselves where they only see what they want. That's why when you flash your boobies, we all go, oh, pretty, or whatever you want to flash our way. You know what I'm saying? That gets our attention. That's what we're drawn to. We're sexual creatures. We're just like you. We're like you in every way except the different anatomy parts, okay? And basically, what had happened is she was coming in there. Now, for the first month, I actually thought she was a man. I have nothing against with a man flirting with me. I'm a bisexual man. I wasn't uncomfortable with it. So, I was like, okay, he kind of likes me. I wasn't into men at that point, or at least I didn't think he was a she. Because, like I said, she didn't really say a whole lot that first month because it was more of a busy one moment, flirt with you for 5 seconds, move on, you know. And she had been coming into the store for 3 months trying to flirt with me. And I was sitting there going, hey, where is my one true love? Where is my one true love? Right? But I had to drop that pretense of I'm looking for a certain kind of thing, right? And boom, then she was there. And when she was staring me right in front of the face, when I was looking at her and I realized she was a woman for the first time, you know when that was? That was the magical moment. She stepped up to my register and said the following words to me. Now, I don't know if you have Hostess cookies or Hostess cakes in your country of choice or not, but there's these really big marshmallow treats that have got sprinkled sugar on them with coconut and other flavorings and stuff like that. It's like a giant half moon of a marshmallow, okay? She got 2 of these in the color that is purple for Easter because it was near Easter when she did this, right? So, of course, they're going to come out with purple because purple's an Easter color or rebirth or renewal. Has a lot to do with those kind of colors. Schemes are all about, you know, you believing in that ultimate power, the power of spirit kind of stuff. Metaphysical aside, okay? She was being silly. Blue balls, 2 circular purple items right in front of my face. And she's going, puts them right down in front of my face, looks up at me and goes, you know what? It's really cold outside today. I think I froze my nipples off. It's so cold outside, I think I froze my nipples off. I'm probably getting the phrasing wrong, but it was something to that effect, right? And I'm sitting there shocked and like, oh my God, she pulled out all the stops on me this time. And if I didn't pay attention to that one, she was walking away. That was her last chance with me. So when I'm looking down at her and I did the man thing, I went, nope, still there. No, your nipples are still there because they were kind of peeking out that day. I'm not going to lie. Okay, and I'm not a very big fan of the big boobies. I like the smaller boobies, but, you know, that's personal. I don't know. Whatever. But, you know, she wasn't my conformed idea of what a one true love would look like. But her soul was exactly what I needed, what I was looking for. It took less than 3 days for us to start to realize this was something special. 3 days. It took 3 days. It took us a year to finally realize we were happy. But 30 days it took to realize that we did that. And a week later, we were in bed humping each other like rabbits, okay? You know what I'm saying? So, there's that too. But it started when I was 8 years old with that dream telling me I would meet a one true love like her someday. that I believed in that dream so hard, so fast that I believed it. Now, there was a point in my life where I was almost ready to give up too. I felt like this deep sinking feeling within my heart awakened something within me, and I felt like my heart was dying. There was nothing wrong with me medically. I wasn't depressed that day. I wasn't upset that day. I went outside for a break. I went outside for one of these guys. Okay, I was starting to get into my spirituality at that point. That's kind of around we met around the same time. I was about a year or two ahead of her as far as becoming a Wiccan or becoming the faith that I am. Okay, she took another year to become what I became, but that was her choice to do. So anyway, but during that time, before the magic you froze your nipples off moment kind of a deal, there was a moment when I went outside where I felt like my heart was dying, really literally dying. And for some reason I felt this incessant need to sing out my heart song to my one true love. Now she remembers hearing this song that I sang under a yew tree to my one true love, saying, "Baby, please don't give up on me. I'm worth it. Please come back to me. I will make sure you live the best life ever." That's what she heard, and then she heard my song along with that. And she followed that song all the way back from death. And then she followed that song to me. And then she heard me, and once she started seeing me and flirting with me, she knew who that song belonged to. But literally, she was on the brink of just committing her last final suicide attempt. She wasn't supposed to make it. She had taken enough pills to kill an elephant 3 times over. She should have been dead. There's no medical reason she should be alive today. Okay? She's the miracle of all miracles. And she remembers being almost to the door where she was about to cross over and hearing my song, and remember in her unconscious state while they were trying to revive her during that life, death, birth moment there. That's when she heard it, and that's when she got called back to me. And then she will tell you to this day that without that song, singing it to me, and me listening to my heart and following where that was leading me, you know, it, and then she came and presented herself to me. But guess what? We were both still kind of on the finishing of our own personal paths a little bit. I was still working on the self-love of me, and she was still working on the not navigating through problems thingy. You know what I'm saying? So we were both broken people, but we didn't need each other to fix each other. We just thought we wanted to share our lives with this other person. That's all we wanted to do. I knew she couldn't fix me. Didn't want her to fix me. I knew I had to fix myself. She knew the same thing. Yes, we both gave each other support and happiness and hope over the years, and maybe we've done a little bit of light coaching on each other from time to time, but most of it has been our choice, our decision. You know, and it wasn't. If you take even if you take the mystical out of it, what chances are there of that all happening in the same sequence that I said in any lifetime ever? Like I said, my life should be a TV, or like one of those old 80s movies where it was like the TV life movies where you only got to see it for that one episode and no one ever saw it again, kind of a deal. Swifty! Hey, Swifty! Oh God, I wish I could open this door a little bit. Okay. I have to do this a little bit. It might make the window look a little bit bright there, but it's getting hot in here. I need the air to get in here a little bit better. Hoofty. Because when the candle heat stops, and then they've got the air conditioning still on the heat mode and stuff like that. So, you know, and there were moments I doubted. There were moments I questioned a lot of things, but I never questioned our love. You know, I never questioned that it was right, that something in me told me this was right, you know, that this was all I needed in my life. And it took, like I said, it was a week later, because one of the things I did do is I'm a palm reader as well as a tarot reader, but I've been doing palm reading at least 5 years before I ever became a witch or a Wiccan or whatever you want to call it. You know, I'm a witch and Wiccan pagan priest, okay? That's what I am. That's what I claim to be, okay? I'm a follower of the Lord and the Lady. You know, I don't follow just one God, I follow two, a mom and a dad, you know? So you think you got it bad with one God? I've got two to deal with, okay? And some people have more than one. And I don't, I'm not that brave. I'm sorry. Yeah. I was learning about my own genealogy because one of the things I did learn while I was doing, because I didn't go to ministry school or anything like that, but I did give myself about a year of reflection before I became a pagan. I read stuff like the Quran. I read the Torah. I read the English version of the Torah, not the actual Hebrew version because I can't read Hebrew, but the generalized English version of it. Three different kinds of Bibles: the Holy Bible, the New Testament, Old Testament, and maybe somebody else's idealistic ideal. I read the Quran. I've read a bunch of different religious texts. I was in search of a faith for myself. And then I happened upon Wicca in a bookstore in the middle of, right near where I was working at the time. There was a bookstore, I think it was Barnes and Noble or something like that. And I went into that store and I got a book saying Solitary Witch by Silver Ravenwolf. Now it's one of what we call the fluffiest bunnies, kind of of ways of doing my kind of spell work. That means it's the light-hearted, most genuinely, this is what's going to help work on yourself and help you to improve and help you do all the things that you need to do. So, yeah, well, hey, you know what? We do need to do some of that, but I need to get someone who can get in here to help me with some of that stuff because all I do is press the clip button and then hopefully that gets recorded for time and then we restore the clip. You guys can clip anything you want and label it however you want. And that can be something we can put on an Instagram or something later. So if you guys have a clip of something you like me saying, don't be afraid to send it to me in a DM or a whisper or on Discord or whatever, so that we can all check that out. And if it's somebody you want to promote and somebody you want to save, hey, they might have the answer that you're looking for something you're looking for right now. You know what I'm saying? So, but you're right. Some part of me wants to do that, and some part of me is just like, I like it how it is. I'll do I'm supposed to be out on Instagram. I don't know. I don't think it's really working, honestly. But I'm supposed to be transmitting to Instagram too. But I don't know if I have enough followers for that yet. And I thought said it was going to be, come on now. Okay, there it is. It's like, where's my mouse at? Okay, there. So, I was just checking on something real quick here, guys. Sorry. I wasn't trying to ignore you guys. I was just trying to get, a little bit more, I'm going to get back here a little bit more, kind of get some of the cool air a little bit. So, let me up the light for a little bit here so you guys can see me a little bit better back here a little bit. And if you guys need me to put this up over here so you guys can hear me better and stuff like that, That's why I try to share as much of my journey with you guys as possible. Try to show you that you go have dinner now, okay? Thank you for calling me Pope. I'll take that as a compliment, but I don't subscribe to being any kind of a Pope or religious figure. But thank you for that, okay? I'm not God here. I'm just a pesky tarot reader trying to help as many people as I can, So, many blessings to you, son. Have a great day. I love you. And you know what? That's why we do things like what I'm doing now. I'm just waiting around for people to pop in and we do a little bit of chit-chatting. How are you doing today, Swifty? Are you having a good, positive day, hopefully? Oh. There. So I don't see your messages. I'm sorry. Give me a sec. Just let me know if you guys need a reading. I'm still here waiting for you guys. I'm just kind of doing a little bit of light, happy. No, okay, I guess not. Okay, salty squid. Okay, got that. Follow. I'm trying to find a certain person here. Unless he unfollowed me, that could be true too. Is there a way to search up here? Nope. Just gotta go through it. Fuck you. Oh, he's a VIP. What the fuck am I doing? I can do this easier. Roles list. Roles manager. He's a fucking VIP, you idiot. Oh, he's not. Wow. I think they unfollowed me. Okay. I should tab my friends up too. Probably do that in a second here. I don't know why, but I think you're still in here. You have a basic profile. Hey, half these people don't even come in anymore, but here's a name I haven't seen forever. Hey, no, back down. No, back down, back down. Smaller. There we go. Now I can just look. All the way up. La 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 la. I'm doing okay, man. I'm just looking at something real quick. Give me a second here to come back in and look at you here. I just got this going too. Well, I'm doing okay. I was, like I said, a little bit bored. I just got done doing a couple of readings there. Lutz, I'm doing really, really good. I'm having an awesome, positive day. I was just trying to find somebody that used to be in one of my, used to come in pretty regularly, and I was thinking about that person today. And I was thinking, oh, I bet they're on my friends list. And I was like, wait. You know, so I thought they'd be there, and just kind of having a little bit of a lull moment, I guess. You know what I'm saying? Because I'm trying to find a certain person here, and I'm not finding them. You know what I'm saying? I wish you could type in search for your friends, and like you do on Facebook sometimes. But I'm doing awesome. Thank you for asking. I'm a little hot right now. Oof, it's hot in this room. Really bad coffee. Last pot of really bad coffee. It's better than nothing, right? Yeah. I'll do it later. It doesn't matter at this point. Not when I got people in here. Yeah, something's better than nothing. It's like I said. You know, this morning was a very good example of that. Something is better than nothing, right? I went to the store this morning, got up to, there's new management at a store that we have like about, I'd say, 5-minute ride from my home. Really, it's about half, not even a mile. It's like I don't think it even qualifies as a quarter of a mile, a fourth of a mile maybe. At that, there and back, it might be of half a mile, maybe. But anyway, I go up to the store, right? And as I'm getting up there, the store, I realize that the store is actually still closed because it doesn't open till 6. I'm there at 5:30 because it used to open at 5:30. So I didn't know they changed their hours, first of all. And then they have new management, which I know now. Yeah, oops. So I was waiting out in the cold for about 10 to 15 minutes about before the person who was supposed to be there showed up. And then he said, come on in, come in. I will open. And I'm like, well, thank you very much. And then they're new there, so I know that they're starting to get some of the things like EBT going, and things that they want to do for their store, right? Well, I asked them if they took checks still. They told me no. Well, that was my only way of paying for the food I needed to get that day. To get cat food, 2 cans of cat food, and I wanted a small bag of tobacco. He ended up giving me a full bag of tobacco, not for free, but as a loan. You know what I'm saying? And it was, so tomorrow I have to pay him back, but tomorrow's payday, so it's not going to be that hard. So, it's all of that fun stuff. You know what I'm saying? My internet sucks today. I hope I'm not losing you guys in some of the shit. It seems like my internet's kind of laggy today. So I had a really good morning with the start to someone being beautiful to me this morning made my heart sore. Because I wish more people would do stuff like that. Hey, I live in a small community right next to where it is, and some person saw that I really wanted it, and he knows I'm disabled, and he knows it's hard for me to get up to the store. So me taking that bike ride was a very big energy expense for me today. So, hey, Lutz wants a reading. Let me do a cleansing shuffle for Lutz. Throw me your numbers. If you don't remember what that means, please pick a number 1 through 10. That's how many times you will shuffle the deck for me. And then pick a number 1 through 52. That's where the answers will be in my deck. If you have a question you would like to ask, put it as simply as possible down in the chat. If you want a general reading, just say general. Otherwise, we'll tell you as we go. So I'm going to just finish my cleansing shuffle here, and then we'll go from there. And if I have God cards, do you want to see them today? Especially if because you're asking for a 1 card. Okay, so here is your 1 official shuffle. Here we go. 1. No God cards. Well, if there was one, I was going to give it to you. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18, 19, 20, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, and the 9th card is how can I successfully guide him? Okay. So we want to try to guide someone to be more successful in life, and we want to try to help them as much as possible get there, right? That's what we're trying to do. We're trying to be a good friend or a good companion or a good partner or a good lover or a good person just in general. I don't know what the case may be, but it kind of feels like now you want to try to navigate his course. Now be careful with navigating somebody else's course because they can sometimes resent you for that, okay? So you have to remind yourself that if you're going to give this advice, that you have to remind yourself that what he chooses to do with it and how he chooses to respond, that's completely up to him. I can't tell you exactly how you respond, but you understand what I'm saying here. Yeah, you understand that. Okay, good. So how do you successfully guide him? You have to see him, get him to see a couple of things, okay? And these are the things you have to get him to see so that he can start to move past this part in his life that he has to get past, okay? Because he has to find a way to take what he's been working so hard towards, what he's really passionate about, what are his goals and dreams. He has to really want to go after those things, but still make a really easy plan to follow doing that. It's called the unseen path, but it's time for him to cut through his own bullshit. You know what I'm saying? It's time for him to cut through the reeds that show him. Let me take down the light a little bit so you can actually see the cards. You know what I'm saying? And he has to find a way to combine two different worlds together, but he has to cut through his own bullshit and start to find a path that is going to be one he forges himself. He has to find a way to do this for himself. As much as you want to help him, you can help him kind of get started, but after that, he has to do the work. He has to walk that path. He has to find a way to be passionate about what he wants, but still make a plan and still be able to say, I need to cut through my own bullshit or those reeds. When I first found this dock here, before this part here, it was covered in just your normal cattail reeds. If you don't know what a cattail reed is, it's a big long stretch of leaf that stands up pretty much as tall as I am, okay? And these things like to grow like wildfire here in Minnesota, especially in marshy areas, which it is a marshy area. You know what I'm saying? So I'm getting to this place for the first time, right? And I'm seeing something beyond the reeds, but I can't quite make it out because it looked like it hadn't been taken care of for a while. Enter this man here who went back home to get a knife to cut through the reeds, literally, to get to the end of this dock. I opened it up. The park started taking care of it, started doing more with it. Now it's well maintained and well kept up. But before that, it wasn't. It took me to show them that it was a beautiful place first, right? That's what you're doing. You're showing him where the beautiful place is, but he still has to cut through the reeds. Just want to point that out to you now, okay? But you have to get him to stop seeing. He has to stop seeing himself as only one thing. You know, right now he thinks he's only this one thing. I'm only this pair of eyes that you see me. This is all that I am ever going to show anybody of this world of who I am. Welcome back, ASAP. You know, and what you need to start to understand is that his image has to change. He has to stop looking at himself one way and start looking at himself a different way. That all the little pieces that he thinks are broken up and don't make any sense do make a sense. But he has to start to stop seeing just one side or one thing, and he has to break away from that preconceived notion or preconceived life of what he thinks everybody sees him as. He has to break loose of that and become who he is. And that means he has to find some self-love and self-image and self-love kind of a stuff. So don't tell him how to dress. Don't tell him how to be, but encourage him to make good, positive choices. If he says, this makes me happy, this makes me feel good, then support that decision as long as it's not going to hurt anybody else, okay? No, I have to go kill this field of children, then you report into the police, okay? But I don't think that's the case, you know what I'm saying? He just has to start to see his world in a new, different way. Next thing he has to do, and this is designed to help him in this future, is he has to take the crap that he's been given in life, and he can't just throw it away. He can't just keep it. He has to do something with this shit that he's been storing up all of this time. Well, I want him to clear off his plate. I want him to put his plate into that compost pile where it can start to degrade in a slow, easy way to handle kind of a way. So that means when you are done eating your meal or when you're done having a good day or a good moment in your life and you're not using some of that happiness, you scrape off the rest of that happiness into the compost pile. Boom, 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 boom. Right? And then when we have those, I'm not feeling so great about my days and there's a little bit more food on the plate that I couldn't eat today because I just didn't feel confident in myself, that goes into the compost pile too. And as time starts to tick along, as he starts to feel better and better about himself, the self-worthlessness that he feels will start to degrade as a compost pile starts to degrade. He's not getting rid of anything. He's transforming it. He's transforming what he was given into a field of great, new, plowable, wonderful, beautiful land. And now he has fertilizer for that land. That means he can plant a new beginning with himself. And he will begin to do that. But the reason that he's going through all this and what you can help him with the most right now, Lutz, is helping him see that this is just one stage of his life. Just like when you grieve something in life, you know, there are stages in grief like there are stages in life. And this is just the time where it's time for him to finally be free of this sadness. He has to be willing to give that up. That's what the gods or what his higher power is asking him in order to get the happiness that you want. He has to give up the I'm horrible person. I have to hate myself kind of stuff. I feel depressed about my life. I feel bad about who I am as a person. Yada, 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 yada. Right? But that he has to discover the one thing that you need to discover. He is not the clouds in this picture. He is not the depression happening to him in this world. He lets the depression happen to him. He's the sun in the sky. He is the sun of the sky, right? And that sun in the sky has to beam through that cloud every single day and break those clouds away until there are no more clouds. And once he's done that, he will see that unseen path open to him, cutting through those reeds, breaking apart the clouds, seeing myself and loving myself for who I am and saying, fuck you for all not loving me, breaking off the clouds. Him scraping off those parts that aren't really usable anyway, those bad habits, those bad attributes he wants to change, the things he wants to improve about himself, not something you feel he needs to improve, what he does. Encourage him to let go of the old to embrace a new way of doing it, so he can start to use that stuff that was so hard for him to go through as fertilizer for what he will grow in the future. And that's basically what I got to tell you on that. I really feel that that the only real thing is you'll be like that sounding board when they need them. That's what you should try to think about. Be that sounding board when he's starting to question himself and start to say things like he's not doing good. Encourage him that he needs to start to think of it in a more positive way. So I don't feel good about how I look today. So how do I want myself to look today? Forget what everybody else says is okay. Now it's time to do what I feel is okay. And that's kind of what he's working on. And I think you can help navigate him through that to that success part. But he's got to do some of the really basic. He's got to do the majority of the work. You can guide him. You can correct him from time to time. But he's got to do it on his own. And as much as I want to say you're going to be there for all of it, you may not be. Because he might have to have a time alone to figure shit out. That he might not have you there to help him. Sometimes the best help you can give somebody is not to help. And I know that seems really, really bad to say to some people. But sometimes the best thing you two can do is not help. Encourage, support, do all of that stuff, yes, but don't help him become someone new. Let him become someone new. That's all I want to say about that. And that is your reading for today, Lutz. And that's all I've got to tell you. Nothing more, nothing less. Good. Thank you very much for that, Lutz. I really do appreciate those kind words. Remember, guys, I come here to do this for free for 3 hours a day because I believe this is my purpose. This is what I think everything I went through was designed to get me to do. It took me a while to get here, but once I'm here, this is what I feel like I am here to do. I'm here to be that guide for you as well. Lots just like you want to be that guide for that other person. Now, when you came into my stream for yourself, did I tell you how to run your life or did I give you suggestions on how you could improve? That's the kind of thing I was trying to talk about a little bit. They wanted me to touch base on that one little thing there. That just remind yourself that it's a suggestion. He has the will and intent to make that he wants to have his, his life change, And I think he's already on way a little bit more farther along than you even think he is. I think he's getting to almost the completion part, where he'll believe in his power and he'll believe in his energies again, and you're waiting for that moment. Well, sit back, relax, and watch the show. Okay, watch him transform. Watch him become the person that you've always wanted him to become, and he might surprise you. He might surprise you and do something you don't expect. And when he does that, I hope you still love him the same way you love him right now. That's all. Yeah, exactly. Sometimes they just make me say shit. I don't even understand why I'm saying it sometimes. It's really, really creepy sometimes, guys. I wish you guys could, for 5 seconds, I wish I could put my mind on the screen and show you what I see on a daily basis sometimes. But, you know, I've learned how to do that out of adversity, out of overcoming, out of going through. Oh, I bet I can imagine. Yeah, I can't only imagine. Yeah, you really don't want to know what's in there. I see things that I shouldn't be able to see. I see other dimensions. I see other planes of existence. I don't see the future necessarily. I see another reality that's maybe a year ahead of us, maybe sometimes, maybe more. But it's that just because they got an earlier start, everything else is the same. We've lived this before, guys. This isn't our first rodeo here. You know, we've done this before, whether it's this life or another life we've lived differently. Some of us decide to come back, and I'm one of the fools who decide to come back, right? Now I can actually sit back, relax, and watch my marble guy, I guess, and talk with you lots, of course. But like I said, it's not easy being me sometimes because you do question it. You do question it. You do question whether or not what you're saying means anything to anybody. And when you guys come back and say I'm on point, and you guys say I've said the right words, I've given you the right inspiration. Sometimes I don't know where it comes from, and it's really, really an honest thing I'm saying there. It just comes out of my mouth sometimes, and it's like, ooh, you know, we're having a snowstorm today that I didn't think we were gonna have. So, and that solar eclipse is coming up on the 9th here, 8th. On the 8th, there's a solar eclipse, guys. If you guys want some really transformative energy, if you guys believe in prayer or magic or anything like that, that day on April 8th is one of the best days to claim your power or claim your person or claim the thing that you want to have happen in your life. Not necessarily during the eclipse. You can if you want. Just somewhere during that day, that energy is going to be there, be a day before and a day after the eclipse. So you have about a 3 day window. It's the strongest on the 8th. So if you guys are looking to manifest some stuff in your own lives, if you got your own personal goals, yeah, the energy is going to be crazy. It's going to be crazy. And so I'm just saying they're giving us a little bit of a boost here. I don't know if this is the event I've been seeing or not, but something. I've stopped seeing this big event that's coming, so I kind of have to take back my premonition of New Year's Eve a little bit because I'm not seeing it anymore. I don't know if we missed it or if we already had it and someone kept it secret or something like that, or something happened where we don't remember what happened or whatever. But whatever happened, I don't know if it's happened yet or if we already passed it. You know, and haven't been made aware yet because they're getting all the ducks in a row before they announce it to the world, kind of a shit. You know. I don't know. Sometimes I told them to turn me off for it. Well, you know, I can request things of my guides. I don't want to know certain information. They don't tell me. You know what I'm saying? Yeah, lunar eclipse was crazy too. A lot of awakening. Yeah, exactly. The lunar eclipse only matches the solar eclipse this year. If you did something during the lunar eclipse, you should definitely do something during the solar eclipse. You will find balance again. So if you did something positive during that solar eclipse, the lunar eclipse, this solar eclipse will be equally as important to you guys. So you're not wrong. You're not wrong, Lutz. You're not wrong. Good. Because, good. That's going to be that's going to be really good for you, Lutz. And they're saying use this pain that you're feeling right now to move through the eclipse. I don't know what that means, but they want you to use this pain to move through this solar eclipse and come out the bright sunning shining sun you are. I don't know what that means, but they wanted me to give that to you. Okay. Good. So, like I said, sometimes I say things, I don't know why I say them. They just come out of my mouth. Okay, I have something to tell you here. I bet you are. We have some ads incoming. If anyone has ads right now, sorry about that. We'll be back in about 15 seconds, I believe. We got an ad starting in 15 seconds, so just to warn you. While we take this ad break, I'm going to go take a quick restroom break. I will be right back, guys. And I'm back. Sorry about that, guys. I had to go take a restroom break, and I was making myself some breakfast at the same time. Mm. How are you doing today? Good burp? I didn't even burp. What do you mean? I did burp. Well, if I burped, I burped. You can rate that burp now by one. Are you rating 1 through 10? The burping scale. I don't have a burp counter, or anything like that. But you know, what is this now? Okay. But crypto, if you're here, let me know you're back in here. I'm gonna start doing a cleansing shuffle for crypto here, and maybe I'll get a burrito in. It's gotta cool a little bit too, so I'm asking crypto, not you. 2110. Well, I don't know what that means, but well, you're not okay. You're not crypto girl, so that's up to her. That's her reading. Oh, the burp. Yes, got you. I got it. The burp. The brain fart. All right. Well, we'll let her know that we're back in here. I'm gonna eat some of this breakfast here while I got a chance. We got a little bit of a meal from the state. Yeah, I understood it. It took me a while to get there. That's why I need to eat breakfast. My brain needs some food. So I'm eating on stream with you guys. Sorry. How about some AMSR? Nom 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 nom. Let's talk really silently while I eat my breakfast. You hear all that? My coffee does need to be warmed up, though. Actually, I think I need to warm it up all the way. So, Crypto Girl, this is your first official call. Crypto Girl, I am giving you your first official call. So, we're going to give Crypto Girl a little bit of time here, but I'm calling her out for her first time here. And we're going to get some more readings in as soon as she gets back in here. Well, I finished my breakfast. Maybe she's waiting for me to finish my breakfast. Well, it is 11 o'clock. That's new. I didn't even think it was 11 o'clock. That's how long I've been doing this for today. I didn't even realize it's almost 11 o'clock. Wow. I'm looking at my clock thinking, I went to the bathroom. I looked at the clock and I said, no, Beth forgot to change the time there. So I thought maybe she forgot to roll the clock back. So I thought I had like a couple hours left. I got an hour left of this stuff before I get done with you today. Okay, so I know my favorite streamer isn't going to be on today. Let's see. Hello? I thought I heard a knock at your door. Nope, it's my wifey. Da, 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 da. Crypto Girl, this is your second call. Crypto Girl, this is your second call. Ugh. God, food falling out of my face. I don't know why you guys still here. You guys must think I'm the most rude, crude, social acceptable man that I could ever be. You're right. I thought I heard a wifey. Run! It could be the wifey. All right. Okay. Well, I think we'll give her another minute or two. Hey, Alexa, put a timer on for a minute and a half.
1 minute and 30 seconds.
You have 1 minute and 30 seconds to respond there, Crypto Girl, before I will just cancel the queue, and I think I will maybe just raid out for today and be done. Because, I don't know, I'm not feeling it really a lot more anymore today. Oh, you're still here? Are you here? Oh, I just saw something pop up on my screen. Oh, no, I thought I saw something pop up on my screen. Oh. Cool. All right. Well, anyway, how about some music or something for a bit? We're gonna be sitting here with nothing to do. Let's get some music going and. Oh. Yeah, 23 seconds, Crypto. Ten, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. And whoa, we got a wifey. Run, 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 everybody run. Ah! Alexa, thank you. Okay. Alexa, thank you. Happy Tuesday to you too, people. I love each and every one of you. That was some really cool music, huh? Alexa, stop timer. Yes, I am. Thank you. My wife said so as well. She's over here on her desk. She's not exactly dressed for stream right now, so she can't say hi, but she says hi. Oh, give me a second. Turn it down. Turn it down. Come on, Mouse. All right, now you can hear her say hello.
Hi.
There you go. Now you probably heard her. She says hi back.
Who is it?
Lutzfilla. I think it's Lutzfilla is how you pronounce it. Lutz Familia. Lutz. I just call him Lutz. Lutz. It's Lutz.
Okay.
A person who decided to, at least I have someone to chat to. So is there anything else you would like to talk about, Lutz? Or anything else you would like to know? Or is there another message you would like to get or something like that? I mean, fuck. Wrong button. Hey. God damn it. Okay, I just closed it all together, okay? Jeez. Oh, geez, sometimes I don't know me.
I know that feeling.
I don't know about me sometimes. I don't know about me. What is this? I don't know what that's supposed to be, but we can go away. Oh, I know what it is. It's one that's not locked. If there's one that's not locked. Yep, that's what it is. Whoops, my bad. I know what it is. I just didn't know what it was before. Okay, now if I lock it, it won't show me that. Anyway. Yeah. Well, maybe a call. You're right. Maybe a call it a day, and maybe I just raid out to somebody. There is a game. There is one of my favorite persons on right now, and she's been raiding me a lot lately. So it'd be nice to pay her back here. So why don't we shout her out while we get ready to raid my friend, the Gaming NP. She's one of my favorite streamers out there. She is going to help bring your vibe up. She's going to make you laugh, giggle, and start all the way back to your local place in your life. She's one of the most beautiful people I've ever met on Twitch. She's a variety game streamer. She plays a lot of in-role playing games like soul games and stuff like that. And we're going to go give her a follow today and a like and everything. Give me a second here. I'm just pulling her up real quick. If she hasn't already rated out. I don't know. She might have already. Let's see here. She's still streaming? She's still streaming. Okay, we're going to go say hi to her. Because it looks like she is playing. Oh, it's her birthday too. We got to go. Okay, guys, we're going to go to the Gaming MP. It's her birthday today. So we're going to go wish her a happy birthday right along with one of these raid messages here. You got to go give me one of those. I want to use this next one. This next one here, the second one there, that's the one I want to use with the happy birthday somewhere in there. You don't have to copy the whole message. You can copy part of it if you feel more comfortable with that. It's just my way of saying I'm coming into your stream and I'm going to give you lots of love today. So follow, copy that and paste that if you want to. That should be available for everybody. But, we just wanted to say happy birthday too. So we're going to go say happy birthday to the Gaming MP. She's one of my favorite. Oh, God damn it. I hope you guys can see me. I accidentally locked my screen. Oops. I'm having a day. It's time to go. All right, guys. I'll see you later. Bye-bye.